You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
3, 2, 1. Rick, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for coming out and doing the podcast.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, dude. So I must have stood in front and taken pictures in front of one of your murals down in Downey.
Yeah.
For the past 3 years, and I'm so glad that I get to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a lot of fun to do. I got to do that mural thanks to Amber. Yeah.
It's a magnificent piece. We're just looking at different pictures of the mural down in Downey. Can we pull it up so that everybody can
of course,
take a look at it? And then also we have to touch on where you got your artist name.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
There it is. There we go. Oh, now it's working.
Look, we have a couple here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not emerging?
There we go. Damn it, Facebook. It's meta.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, there was like...
Here's one right here.
Oh, okay. That's the full one, right?
Yeah, I think that.
There we go. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. So I, in front of that one for a few years, and then also at the new location for Donuts too. And we were just there this morning.
Oh, nice.
And we took a couple of pictures. I forgot. Did I post them?
No, you didn't.
No, I'll post them after this. So you guys can go to my story and check it out.
Do you remember when you did this?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse helped me do that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You were telling me that. How long did it guys take you to do that?
A couple of hours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just a couple of hours?
Yeah, just a couple of hours. I mean, I wasn't a lot of painting. The stuff was already pink. So it was just, the outlines and filling in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we knocked it out pretty quick.
And this is your design?
Yeah, this is my design. Yeah.
How did you get the inspiration to do the design?
They told me what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me some ideas, and then I did some sketches. And I don't even think I did any changes to it. I think they liked the drawing, and we just went with that. But then when Jesse was there helping me, we freestyled a few things. So there's a few hidden things in there.
Okay.
Let's see if you can spot them.
Like hidden things?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
on the top right corner.
Oh, your panda right here.
Oh,
And next
okay.
to it, there's an avocado for Jesse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know.
Dang.
Yeah.
I was
Look
sitting
at that.
there with you guys.
Yeah, we added those at the last minute.
Did you guys communicate that?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna throw some hidden
Yeah, Jesse's
treasures
the
in
one
there.
Yeah, Jesse's the one that gave me the idea.
He would too.
Yeah.
I can see him coming up with that idea. But yeah, dude, this is awesome, bro. Like I remember my first impression of looking at this, and I'm like, this is got to be like one of the coolest things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We had like hundreds of people come and take pictures.
Yeah.
They're always taking pictures. Yeah, even if you just Google it. What did you Google, Amber?
Just Dona's Downey mural,
Mm-hmm.
and it popped up a bunch of them and people taking pictures in front of it. I mean, I think it was even like in news articles, things like that.
Yeah, it was in news articles. I think it came out. A lot of influencers would go and take pictures.
I thought when you said like hidden stuff, I thought you were gonna have like an alien in there or something. I mean, consider Jesse, right? I was looking for three sets of tits. I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. But this is cool, man. When did you start doing art?
I mean, I've been doing art pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been doing it professionally since 2003. I've actually been making a living just from art since 2003.
Since 2003?
Yeah.
Damn.
I graduated in 2002, so it was cool. I mean, I worked.
Oh shit! So you graduated like out of what? Out of college?
High school.
Out of high school?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I went to college for a little bit. I took a few art classes, but mostly everything is self-taught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. But the turnaround time from like graduating high school and then jumping right into that, dude. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was blessed. I worked at Jiffy Lube for like a year or two, and while I was there, I started airbrushing.
Okay.
And I would airbrush out of my garage.
What did you airbrush?
I actually started airbrushing for a lot of party crews.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, like sweaters and all that, like baby girl. And
Yeah, so I used to airbrush. My friend taught me how to airbrush, and I worked at Plaza Mexico for a few airbrushing right there.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I started airbrushing back when social media wasn't really like a big thing. On MySpace.
Oh,
I would promote on there, and
you used to promote on MySpace.
On MySpace, yeah.
Shit.
I used to promote on there, and I don't know how the party crews found out about me, but I airbrushed for a few party crews that were pretty popular, and I just remember sharing on MySpace, and then I started getting a bunch of followers and a bunch of messages, and it just blew up. But it got a little dangerous because people would come to my parents' house. That's where I would airbrush out of my garage. And it started getting a little dangerous because, a bunch of party crews would show up. And I'm like, I need to get out of here. I need to open up a shop and be able to do this safely. So I saved up for a few months, and I found a shop in Downey. It was actually like a few blocks away from this. Off of Imperial and Paramount. I found a shop which was way bigger than what I needed, because I just needed like a small location to airbrush. And I had help from my parents, and for the deposit and all that stuff. I mean, I was still young, like my credit wasn't even established and nothing like that, so they helped me out.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah. I was lucky, my parents believed in me and all that stuff. They always supported all my art since I was a little kid. So I opened up a shop, and I mean, it was scary. I wasn't even 21. I opened it when I was 20.
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I started airbrushing, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And but that's what got me started.
From airbrushing for party crews from MySpace. The American dream. Right? No, that's cool. That I mean, starting where the roots are, especially in MySpace now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. And then airbrushing, it started dying out.
Mm-hmm.
It started dying out because back then you could find it in swap meets, you could find it at shows.
So you were airbrushing primarily like apparel, or okay?
I mean, I was doing other stuff. I was even doing murals.
Oh, okay.
Back then with an airbrush, and it would take a very long time.
Sounds like it would.
Yeah. So Raging Waters found me through the Yellow Pages.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah. And I went and I gave them an estimate, and they hired me, and it was a lot of fun. We got to airbrush a lot of the stuff is still there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can pull any of that up.
What did you do exactly, so I could Google?
We did like a mural, and then we touched up a lot of stuff. Like they had a restaurant, so we painted a lot of the signs. We painted like fake cement.
Oh, okay.
There was like this huge thing that I also painted. I'm like terrified of heights, but I got over it and I did it. But I think it's right there where it says wall mural.
Right here?
Looks like it. No.
Like actual Raging
okay.
Geez, Google, we have to be very 100% specific. Maybe you put his name next to the...
It wouldn't come
No?
out. No. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but by the way.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh,
that one.
really? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Raging Water San Dimas. Save the Pandas
Yeah.
did that for you. You and all your kiddos.
Save the Pandas
pictures.
already?
No, I wasn't Save the Panda. That was way before Save the Pandas.
So what were you? Just Rick?
Rick
Just Rick?
Garcia, yeah.
Rick Garcia
Yeah.
in the house.
Damn, that's cool. You did that all with the airbrush?
Yeah, so my friend and I did that one. The one that taught me how to airbrush whenever I needed to do, because I don't really do realistic stuff. So whenever I need to do anything like that specifically, he would always help me out.
Were most of Raging Water's murals, were they realistic like that?
Not all of them.
No.
This was actually the last one that we did. We did stuff for them for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one that I did was completely like in my style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've never found a picture of that one, though. That was a long time ago.
What year was this? Do you remember?
So I opened up my shop 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So probably 2006.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So you went, I mean, that's climbing pretty like fast.
Yeah.
Like graduating, airbrushing
Yeah.
for what, 2 years, and then having your own spot.
Yeah.
And then after that, having like a major, theme park in Southern California pick you up to do art inside their venue.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
No, that was a really good opportunity.
Yeah.
And we did that one back to back. We did it for like 3 years. It was a
wow.
it was a contractor that would hire us. But then he didn't end up getting the job, so they didn't reach out to us after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did where did you get Save the Pandas?
Okay,
Where did you get that name from?
So once things started dying out with the whole airbrushing, I was finding new ways to keep the shop going. So I used to sell graffiti supplies. And when I was selling graffiti supplies, I would do art shows. And I would invite a bunch of graffiti artists, a lot of local artists, and we would do shows. That was around 2008.
Okay.
And so we had a show, and a bunch of my friends were just painting stuff. And I've always liked pandas. So around that time is when Kung Fu Panda was coming out.
Okay.
So pandas were just blowing up. You would find them everywhere. So that was my favorite character. So I was just painting a bunch of pandas. And I drew this little kid. He had a panda hat on. And he held a sign and it said, "Save the Pandas." But it was spelled differently the way I spell it.
Yeah.
My friend Eddie helped me come up with that name.
And that's Panduhs,
Yeah,
right?
like
Okay.
Panda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did that, and everybody that came to the show loved the pandas. So since there were graffiti shows, people would bring their black books. That was super common back then, to bring your black books and get them signed from different artists.
And what's a
all
black
that.
book?
A black book is just a black blank book with white pages, and then you just pass it around to different graffiti artists. I mean, it's even something that we did since high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like a blank notebook that people pass around, do their art inside.
Yeah. So whenever you go to art shows, you bring these and they'll sign them for you. They'll draw on them. And so people would bring them, and they would always tell me to draw the pandas. So I would draw my little pandas, and I would sign them, "Save the Pandas." And around that time, it's like, I don't know, what else can I do with this? I'm like, I wanted to start a brand because I was surrounded by a lot of brands and stuff. I would also sell clothing at my shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like a little clothing shop. It was an airbrush shop, and it was the graffiti supplies as well.
Okay.
And back then, my friends that were working with me at the shop introduced me to this brand, Johnny Cupcakes. And I had never heard about it. It was in Melrose. We went to the grand opening. And that's how I heard about it, through the grand opening. And we went
Do the grand opening of Johnny Cupcakes?
Johnny Cupcakes in Melrose. And I didn't even own any shirts or anything, so my friend let me borrow one of his shirts. It fit me all big, but I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And
those are cool.
yeah. So Johnny Cupcakes, it's like they don't sell cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
man.
Yeah. They don't sell cupcakes, but their shops look like bakeries. Yeah. So they had a shop in LA. This was back in 2008. That's when it opened. They had one there. They had one in Boston, and they even had one in London.
Them. So they're across the country.
Yeah.
And across the pond.
Yeah.
What location is this one? Do you know? Does it say on the info right there?
That was Martha's Vineyard.
Oh shoot!
They still have that one, but it's temporarily closed. Yeah, so right now they only have the Boston location. They actually just moved to a new location in Boston.
The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
So everything looks like all the merch is.
Yeah.
in
Like
the-
a bakery.
okay.
They have fridges in the back with their shirts.
That's cool.
That's
So
awesome.
that's when you got into Johnny Cupcakes. 2000.
Yeah, that's when I got into it.
Mhm.
So I went to the grand opening.
And this is just like a brand. It's
Just a brand. Yeah.
Okay.
And I got to meet Johnny. I fell in love with the brand. And that day I got to meet him for the first time. I showed him my designs and I'm like, hey, what do you think? I want to start my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved it. He's like,
Yeah.
do it. You know, he gave me his blessing. And then after that, I was like, all right, Johnny believes in me. I got to do this.
Yeah.
And so I started making shirts. You know, I started just with white shirts, black ink, the cheapest possible.
Yeah.
And they started selling. And in the beginning, when I did it, it was buy a tee, save a panda. So people will buy shirts and we will donate to save the pandas because back then they were endangered.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we will donate 10% of sales. We will donate to WWF, WWE. We will donate to the San Diego Zoo. And there was another organization in China that we would donate to. And so, yeah. And not just that, we would also fundraise for any other things that we can. So we were helping out in any ways possible.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think that putting that extra dollar whatever revenue amount towards a cause did that help your sales?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely. Yeah. A lot of people like buying shirts for that reason.
For a
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially, you have vegans or whatever trying to buy your stuff and
Yeah.
oh, I'm saving a little panda.
Yeah.
Might as well, right? Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. And so then after that, I would do different shows. I was making different merch at the shop. Unfortunately, we had to close the shop down because it started getting a little dangerous. We're doing a lot of art shows there, and it was a lot of graffiti related stuff. They unfortunately.
And what city was this?
It was in Downey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Downey. And unfortunately, I couldn't control anybody doing graffiti. I would always try to help out. All the local artists there, I would paint a lot of murals back then. It was easy to get a mural. We would go to different shops, and if we saw there was graffiti or they were all tagged up,
Yeah.
we would show them what we could do, and we would do beautification projects.
Okay.
We would paint some murals. I would get a couple of friends, and these weren't even paid. We would just do them.
Just
because,
doing them for the community, just to do them.
Yeah, trying to get our art out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, we would always bring any of the local artists with us to help out in the murals. Just and we would always tell everybody that would buy the supplies, please don't tag anywhere around here. But, they didn't listen. It started getting bad. the city started like trying to shut us down and everything.
Yeah.
So they ended up breaking to the shop.
Whoa.
And they stole a bunch of my merchandise. And
Oh, man.
that only happened once. Things were happening to my car. Like they were, popping my tires. They were scratching it. Like I was getting a bunch of hate out of nowhere.
Because you were doing what you do.
Yeah.
Murals.
Yeah.
And they took it as a threat because...
not it wasn't the city or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just, it could have been customers. It could have been, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows who it was?
Mhm.
So I'm like, I got to get out of here. This isn't safe anymore. It was like, it happened like 2-3 times that they broke in. And the last one was like, that's it. I'm out of here. I had to break my lease. And I ended up hearing about Frank and Sons.
Mhm.
It's a collectible show in the City of Industry. And I'm like, oh, maybe I could get a booth there.
Mhm.
It was only on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
So they're right there. That's off of the 60, right?
Yeah.
okay.
That's their new location. But
Oh, okay. I know where that's at. I've never been in there, by the way.
Oh, man, that place is cool.
Yeah?
Where Fry's was?
Yeah.
That's a new location?
The new location is
Oh.
where Fry's is at. Yeah, so now it's bigger. Yeah.
We got to check that out.
Yeah.
Why haven't you
it's really cool.
taken me there yet?
Every time we pass by it, I tell you it's Frankenstein's. It's like
Oh.
collectible.
Because it's really dangerous. You're going to spend a lot of money.
Is it really?
Yeah. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of, oh, yeah.
We need to decorate the studio.
And we like
That's your
spending
place to
money,
go.
so.
Wait, what?
I like spending money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we like merch.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where, they play a lot of card games now.
Oh, that's cool.
Pokemon is huge there. But yeah, so I opened up at Frank and Sons. I think it was in 2009, 2010. And I started off airbrushing there because I was still airbrushing. So I was airbrushing and I was selling a little bit of my Save the Pandas merch. I was just starting off. I was just growing, so I didn't have much. And I started off in the little tables because back then they had tables in the front and then they had 10 by 10 booths. But the booths were harder to get. You have to be there for a long time, or there was like a wait list and all that stuff.
Can you open up a picture of inside that place? I want to see what it looks like. So it's just like an empty building with booths and tables?
I mean, the booths are there permanently.
Oh, okay.
There's hundreds of different vendors, and it looks, it's Frank and Sons.
Oh, I'm all Frankenstein's. Well,
Yeah, it's that right there. Yeah. So that's their new location.
Oh, okay.
This one has more parking. It's air conditioned, and right here, I think they're open 3 to 4 days out of the week.
Maybe go to that YouTube
Is it like a permanent
video?
residency?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So you weren't at this new one. You were at the
No, I wasn't at
original.
this new one, but I've done shows here because my friend Spooksy Boo, she does shows here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many?
I think that one right there, yeah, I think that's the first location.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's really cool. And like Post Malone goes there.
Does he really?
Yeah, a lot of celebrities go
Posty?
there. Yeah.
Wow. So this is where you ended up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's where I ended up. And I was in the little tables in the front. I loved it. It was like a whole new world to me. And a booth opened up and I took over it immediately.
Yeah.
And it was cheap back then. I think it was like $50-$100 a day. Like that's nothing.
And this was what, 2 days a week, you said?
Yeah, just Wednesdays and Saturdays.
How long were you on a table before you got a booth?
Not that long.
No.
I was probably like for a month or two at the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Twice a week for a month, and then you got your own booth.
But yeah, a lot of celebrities would go here all the time. I got to meet Stan Lee there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Any other?
I actually got to paint some stuff for him, and they signed it and everything.
That's cool.
So that was really cool, yeah. A lot of celebrities.
Who else have you seen there?
Some of the people from Jackass.
Okay.
Bud Bundy was there.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of celebrities. Yeah, I mean, they still have them, but not as much as before. A lot of wrestlers, a lot of like baseball players, basketball players. Yeah.
Dang, dude.
But yeah, Stanley was definitely the top one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like at a place like that,
Yeah.
at a collectible place.
Yeah. And you know what? It wasn't as busy as I thought it was going to be that day. I thought I was going to be the craziest one, and it wasn't that bad.
He probably just like snuck in. Like he didn't tell anybody where he was going to be.
Oh, no, they promoted. Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Oh, yeah. They
Really?
promoted. No, he was there doing signings. Yeah.
Oh, and it wasn't busy?
Yeah, it was like a meet and greet. There was busier events.
What?
Yeah. His wasn't the busiest. I don't know why.
What the hell is wrong with that story?
But that was a long time ago. I think I was like around 2011, 2012.
But still, it's Stan Lee. What the hell at a collectible show?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're only in 2011 and you've already accomplished that much in that amount of time?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like, where's our timeline? Where are we?
I know we're at 2011 right now.
That's crazy, dude.
Let's move into what did you do for New Year's Eve 2011 going into 12, and then we'll move on from there.
That's awesome, right?
So from okay, so we're following the timeline. So Frank and Sons, you meet Stanley event.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You said there were busier events. What was busier than Stan Lee?
I mean, there was a lot of wrestlers that would go. I can't really think of any specifically right now.
Right.
But there was wrestlers that would go that would bring in more crowd, or there was like
blows my mind.
Baseball players that would come, and it was busier. Yeah,
blows my mind.
But the thing is, for Stan Lee, I think it was only Stan Lee. For all these other ones, it was multiple celebrities.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Let's follow the
But yeah, Frank and Sons, and then what was your next step?
So yeah, I was there at Frank and Sons, and while I was at Frank and Sons, I kept painting more murals. I was just painting as much as possible. I was making more merch, and while I was there, I was doing fun releases. So I would release certain things, and I would, people would come out, and it's just. I'm so grateful for Frank and Sons because I feel like that's what got me to the next level.
Yeah.
I got to meet so many people there. That's where I got to meet my wife. That's where I got to meet some of my best friends. So I'm just really grateful for it. I ended up leaving in 2012, right before my daughter was born, like the end of 2012. 2013. Yeah. My daughter was born in November 2013, so I left a few months before that.
Okay, and after that, where did you head?
So after that, so with the whole Save the Pandas things, I feel like while I was there, I mean, it was good,
Yeah. Well, hold on. During that time, while you had your booth, did you have like an online store, or was it just strictly?
I did have an online store, but it was mostly people would come and shop at Frank and Sons. Yeah, okay. I had regulars. I had people that still support me until this very day.
Okay.
And a lot of the times when we have an anniversary and I share it online, I'm like, share some of your best memories of us. And a lot of people are always like, when I used to go visit you at Frank and Sons. So I'm still
that's cool.
There's still a lot of people that support us till this day.
That's awesome.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, before that, while I was at Frank and Sons, I think that was 2010, 2011, I had the opportunity to help take over a gallery in Whittier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where was that?
It was of Bright Street, like right in front of the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was in Uptown Whittier.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like in the main street. It was like one street over.
Okay. But right there by Greenleaf or Lambert? Somewhere in Uptown Whittier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right where the Starbucks is at?
Oh, okay. I know
behind that.
Oh, okay.
That. Now it's like a barber shop, I think. But yeah, I had that opportunity. My friend told me that he wanted to help out her friend that wasn't really doing good with the business, and they knew that I knew a lot of artists, so they wanted to see how I could help. So we took over and we helped out. We did a lot of shows together, and while we're helping her out, she decided that she wanted to retire. So we ended up taking over the shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun because we used to do a lot of shows there. We got to meet a lot of artists that were just starting, and now they're like huge artists.
So when you say shows, you mean like
Art shows.
like art shows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to do a lot of art shows. We used to cater a lot to like street artists, like graffiti artists, and
So that was the motif of like the of your guys' studio.
yeah.
It was graffiti art.
Yeah, so I mean, we used to get some bigger names there, but we used to like give an opportunity to artists that were just starting.
Oh, that's cool.
To a lot of local artists. Yeah.
How important is that? Like in that culture, how important is that to the culture? Like inviting newer artists.
It's really important because a lot of artists don't get that kind of exposure. A lot of artists don't believe in themselves. So when they get these kind of opportunities, they get to see how people love their art.
Mm-hmm.
And so we always loved giving opportunities to people that weren't established yet. And now they're established.
It must
Now they're doing big things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it must be like like so fulfilling and gratifying knowing like, hey, like you had this artist and you look how many years has that been? Yeah. And they're still doing their art and they're getting out there.
Yeah.
And well known.
Yep. Yeah. Damn. But back then we were still painting a lot of murals. Yeah. We were doing more stuff. Now I was moving because before when I was doing murals, it was always like in Downey, Linwood, Southgate, Paramount. Now we were doing murals in Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were painting stuff out there. We were painting a lot of stuff in Melrose. So Melrose has been having a big community of like just murals and street artists. A lot of big names are there. And that's where I would always go and get inspired. I would always go with my friends and we would go see the murals. And we got to get opportunities. We got to meet artists that were already painting out there. And they invited us to do some walls. And we would just do it all the time. So like a lot of the murals started, we just started doing a lot of stuff out there. Mm-hmm. We used to weed paste as well. We used to do a lot of illegal stuff. But
you used to do what?
Graffiti. Weed pasting.
Weed pasting.
So weed pasting is
I love weed, and this is the first time I've ever heard that.
No, it's weed paste.
Oh, weed. Oh, okay, never mind.
He's like, no, that.
Like, Shepard Fairey, how he puts up the posters and all that stuff.
We have to Google this because I'm half dumb when it comes to this type of stuff. So.
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, let me Google it.
Okay.
All right, go for it, Rick. Explain to us.
Explain to me, please.
So yeah, weed paste. It's you could print. You could either print out the posters or you could hand draw them.
And it's wheat paste, ladies and gentlemen. Mind Buzz Nation Media. Not weed.
You're like, I love weed.
I love weed too. Okay. Oh, so it's a textured type. Okay.
Right? But you said like okay, right?
Put wheat paste posters.
Oh, I don't know why it said texture. I could have sworn I put poster.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you did a couple of these, Rick?
Yeah. I did a lot.
Do this like
okay, gotcha. Oh, those are cool. I like those.
So if you put wheat paste poster, probably put Melrose Avenue. You'll probably find some of my old stuff.
How large were these things?
As big as you wanted to go.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you even begin to make one of these things?
We would go to Kinko's and we would print out a lot of them. We would print like 11 by 17 and then we would just put a bunch of them together, make bigger ones, or we would hand draw some bigger ones as well.
Okay, so and is it like a specific type of paper that the art is printed on?
I mean, the thinner the better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if it's too thick, then it's harder to put it up.
Okay.
But basically, you either make your own paste or you buy the paste, but you have to put it on first. then you put the poster, and then you put the paste over it. That way it'll stick on. And then it dries, and it's hard to take it off.
And according to California law, this is
It's illegal.
illegal.
Yeah.
So it's just like spray painting on the...
Yeah.
So you should say, I may or may not have.
I may, yeah.
That was a long time ago.
It's past the statute of limitations, so I think Rick is fine.
I even got hired by a company, and I would weed paste posters for like a lot of bands and a lot of artists and stuff.
You got to give me the mixture of that, because that I've always wondered how that, like how people do that. Now I know. It's called weed
paste. Yeah,
weed pasting.
It's water, flour, and sugar.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, but at the end, I just started
then you
buying
make
my
bread.
own paste because that consistency wouldn't always work. There was times that we did the paste, we would go out there, go all the way to Hollywood, and try to put them up, and they wouldn't stick because the paste wouldn't
It just wasn't good.
Did you mostly do it at night?
Yeah, at night.
I don't think he'll do it during the day, like right in front of everybody.
I don't know. Maybe you want to live life on the edge.
I mean, I would do some during the day as well. Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. I like those. That's how you do it.
Yeah, so I mean, they still do these nowadays. You go to
I like them.
Yeah. I would also do stencils. So you see how, if you could scroll back up, you see that purple one right there?
Yeah.
Like that's stenciled. So that's what we would do. We would stencil on paper, and then we would weed paste them, or we would just stencil straight to the wall, to the ground.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it is. I learn everything doing this podcast. I do. I've always wondered about that.
So if you see a Mind Buzz one on Mount,
Yeah. I'm serious, dude. I've always thought about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it would be a good way to advertise for free.
Right? Or a big, how about this? A big QR code
Hey,
Yeah.
there you
with the
go.
link.
That's
All
a
right.
good one.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll think
You
about
gotta
that.
sit on your own though, because I can't run.
I need you to get on my shoulders. I need you to get that little corner up there. Just would you put the mixture in like a spray bottle, or how would you even get that on there?
We would just have it in a bucket.
Uh-huh.
Have to make sure that I had a lid because there was a lot of times that it would fall in the car.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And then we would just use it's like this big old brush,
Yeah.
like something that you would see like in the Mickey Mouse cartoons.
That's funny,
Yeah.
dude. I was thinking about this. The stigma of like graffiti art. Like, have you in your experience over the years, has that changed?
I mean, yeah.
Has it progressed? Like, has it moved forward as an art form?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of artists that started off as just strictly graffiti artists that would do nothing but illegal stuff. Now they're doing huge galleries, selling paintings for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first time not the first time, but one of I feel like the mainstream one was, do you ever remember seeing Exit Through the Gift Shop?
Oh, yeah.
The documentary. And then right after they did like a whole exhibit in downtown LA, and it was all street art, and now they do it all the time. Yeah, it's really cool.
I actually come out on that documentary.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I watched the documentary like 4 times.
YouTube
I
it.
really like it.
YouTube it. We gotta see this.
I mean, you could see the side of me, but my friend, he comes out clearly, but you can see me next to him.
Rick's like, you could see the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. He's like, Mom, I made it.
No, but yeah, so we went to a Mr. Brainwash show, which is what the documentary is about. We got to go to that show, and man, that was one of the best shows I've ever been to.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because when I think of like graffiti art, you think of like gangs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that that's like the overall stigma of it, right? Like, what, like in your perspective, like, how, like the progression. How do you think
What changed all that? What made it more positive more than just a negative? Whoa.
Sorry.
Not gunshots. Dang.
Sorry, go for it.
I almost dropped covered. What is it? Drop down and roll.
I wanted to wake you guys
Right
up.
when you were talking about gangs too.
Wanted to wake you guys up.
I'm
You
awake.
guys are still here. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like it still gets that stigma, but there's just has been so much that has changed. You know, like it's more out there. Like you see it more in like even at the Cheech they have graffiti now, you know?
Yeah.
So it's in galleries, it's in museums.
So is this the
I think this is a trailer. I'll put the volume down. Sorry. Dang, that shit's all the way up.
oh,
Blew out our eardrums.
it woke me up. Woke everybody else up too.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Banksy. Oh, okay.
I really like this.
Keep your eye out for the cops. You can't do that here. Go!
That's weed pasting.
Dang.
Yeah, see, that would happen.
Has
all the
that
time.
has that ever happened to you? Yeah.
Not with a bucket that big. But, yeah. I've definitely ruined a few cars before.
Okay.
But I feel like this film helped show that, and then they got to see what. I mean, look at Banksy now. You know, like his stuff goes for millions.
Yeah.
One of the ones that sold for like $1 million, I think. It was in Melrose, and every time we used to go to Melrose, we used to see it up there. It was a rat, and it was just a stencil, and they cut it out of the wall and sold it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's one of your who inspires you?
I mean, I have a lot of different inspirations. Definitely Dabs and Mila are one of the biggest ones. I've had the pleasure of meeting them a few times. I actually got to paint alongside them before.
Oh,
too.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was invited to a show by one of my friends, Bumblebee. He's from Downey. And he invited me to this show. And Dabs and Mila had just came over.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
They had just came over to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And
where are they from?
I forget.
They're
somewhere in Europe.
They're from overseas.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, I love their stuff so much.
Bumblebee.
They actually have a show going on right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, but yeah, they would do shows, and then I went to that one there. I got to experience that one. That was really cool.
Bumblebee is the one that has the mural right there in Downey, right? Of the little girl. Like
Yeah.
Like a bumblebee suit, kind of.
Where is that one at?
It's kind of by like the theater, though, the one where you get to eat. Like,
Oh, okay.
In that
Mhm.
Area.
He used to have a lot of different murals in Downey. I actually used to sell him some spray paint.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to get him like special spray paint that he would use.
Why, he was like banned from buying spray paint?
No,
or?
no. It's just I was like one of the only ones that he used to like painting with this brand called Belton.
Oh. Is that it? That's his stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he does some huge stuff. And back when I met him in Downey, he used to do these really cool installations because the reason why his name is Bumblebee Loves You, he would spread awareness of the bees.
Really?
Yeah. So he used to do stuff out of paper mache. He used to do like beehives, and then he used to do little bees out of clay, and he used to do installations all over Downey.
That's cool.
Wow.
again, like another tie into like a real world cause.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where it's at. Do you think like how hard is it to be an artist? Like especially you that you're pretty much self-employed, right? Like are you hustling like 24/7? Like are you always thinking of what to do?
Absolutely. And I just heard what Jesse said, that it's like one of the second hardest careers. I'm like, wow.
Close to be an actor, he said, right? I wonder if a podcaster is up in the 10. It has to be. It has to be, right? Jeez. But yeah, you're 100% hustling 24/7.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. I have my sleepless nights. I mean, now it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do events every weekend almost.
Yeah.
But every event I can't sleep the night before. I'm super nervous for it, and it's just...
What do you get nervous about?
I don't know. It's just
that pre-show jitters.
That I'm gonna forget something, that I'm not gonna wake up on time. Like I just overthink, and then I'm there at the show. It's like, this is what I was.
I was worried about this.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a lot of work. Like this past weekend, I did the Riverside Day of the Dead. It was from 1 to 10, but we have to be there since 9 a.m.
It's a long show.
So we're there from 9 a.m. And then it always takes an hour or two to finish packing up. So we're there from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then even local shows. You've done the Upland Lemon Festival.
Yeah, I've done that one. I do a lot of conventions. So I also do a lot of Halloween art. So we are doing Halloween shows year round.
Okay.
Yeah, and the community that I'm in, we're having Halloween shows in January, February, March. It doesn't matter. And it's just a whole different world.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you agree what Jesse JFR said about you're pretty much like a band of gyppies with their own brand?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Where have you what's the farthest you've gone to do a show?
I haven't really gone anywhere far. I mean, I've just gone to Vegas. I've been to Arizona. Yeah, it's a little bit harder since I have a family.
Right.
So I mean, I've been invited to New York, to a lot of different states, but I'm very limited of where I can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, between being an artist, you're still dad, right?
Yeah.
You're still dad.
Family
you're
first.
still husband.
Yeah.
Husband or boyfriend? Husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just celebrated our 2-year anniversary on Halloween.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys got married on Halloween?
Yeah, we got married on Halloween.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We love Halloween.
You should have seen his proposal. I thought that was really good.
Was it? What'd you do?
I proposed in Espia while we were watching Wedding Singer.
No, that's awesome.
So when he gets on his knees and proposes, that's when I did it.
Oh my God, I'm blushing. I have butterflies, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So that was cool. I mean, the whole theater clapped. Like,
oh my God,
it was so cool. Everybody was congratulating us afterwards. So it was really magical.
That's
really
cool. Where'd you get the idea from? Have you ever just...
So I've been wanting to propose to her for a very long time, and she didn't want to get married. She just didn't believe in marriage.
Right.
And then a few years ago, she was like, maybe we should get married. And so I was always thinking of the perfect proposal.
She was like, he's getting rich now. I think I need to lock him in right now. Here's my chance.
It's actually when she came into my life that our business started growing tremendously.
Okay.
Because back when I was doing Save the Panduhs before her, it's just like, I still live with my parents. I had moved out and I had gotten my own place, but it was just like a little garage. I didn't have many bills. I mean, back when I had the shop, I used to hustle because I was paying, for the rent and all that stuff. But at Frankincense, it was easy. You would just pay per day. So it was good, but it's just like, like I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. Like, I didn't have a family or anything. It was just me. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
And when I met her, she immediately got involved. She loved the brand. She loved it. We would go see my murals. She would come to the shows. She would help me out, and she was super into it. So once she got involved, I just saw like a whole different potential for the brand. Yeah, the way she would talk to our supporters, like it was just way different. It was a whole new thing. So she started getting involved. People loved seeing us, how happy we were, how into we were, how everything was changing.
I think that dynamic works out perfectly because your supporters see that like you're enjoying it, but it's both of you enjoying it, doing what you both love.
Yeah, definitely.
And they see that.
Yeah.
And they want to support even more because of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, so she started helping out. I started creating a lot of stuff. I started doing designs because she's my muse, you know? So I started doing stuff inspired by her. She would give me ideas and we're just creating. And now it was a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
So she ended up moving in. We went from that little garage to, I'm like, all right, we need a bigger place. You know, we got more merch now. So we ended up moving to La Habra, and we were there for a few years, and our business just kept growing and growing. But it was around 2013. Once she came into my life, I just felt like that's when everything just started going to the next level.
And when you say going to the next level, like what does that entail?
Now it's like, okay, now it's not just for myself. Now I have a family to support, and we're expecting. And one thing I always tell every artist that doesn't have a kid, once I find out they're gonna have a kid, I'm like, dude, your hustle just went up 3 to 4 times. now you're really gonna work.
Yeah. So
we went from paying $500 to that little garage to like, all right, cool. Now we're gonna move to La Habra. We're paying 3 times the amount.
Yeah.
Because like we have a daughter on the way. So I just started working way harder. That's when I started and I didn't have frankincense now to rely on. Now I was doing online releases, and remember how I told you before, I'm like, oh, my online sales were okay.
Yeah.
Now we were relying on our online sales, and that was going really good. We were shipping so much that we had our friends that they would come over and help us out, and we would always have shipping parties like every week.
Oh, that's cool. Shipping parties?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Are you writing this stuff down? Are you taking notes, Amber? We're gonna have shipping party. Shipping party sounds so cool. With weed pasting. No, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we started doing a little events here and there. And it's just incredible how everything changed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did your perspective on art change at all during from now? Like, has your perspective of art changed? Does it mean more because now it's your soul?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, even now there's opportunities that happen. Like I always say it, the best is yet to come. And it's just like, there's so much more that I haven't accomplished. There's so many goals that I have. Right before the pandemic, we're actually looking into opening up a shop in Riverside.
Oh,
and
yes.
We're looking at locations
Awesome. Okay.
and everything. But one thing that's always held us back is I had a shop before. I know how much work it takes, how much you got to be there. And back then, I was single. My friends used to help me out, and it was fun. But now it's like we're gonna have to be there all the time and finding the right person to work for you that you could trust. Like, I know a lot of people that have shops, and there's always horror stories, So it's just like I would have to be there most of the time doing it. So now it's like I see it as a blessing in disguise. I'm like, I'm glad we didn't open up a shop. I'm really happy with what we do now. We work whenever we want to, and it's not just Save the Pandas that I do now. I have a bunch of other things.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also work for Johnny Cupcakes. You know, they're the ones that inspired me, and now I get to work for them. And it's such an honor that I get to work with them. I've done a lot of fun projects with them. I've collaborated with them. I've done my own design. Actually, the shirt that I'm wearing now, this was one of the collaborations that I did with them. And just a lot of great opportunities that came from that. I also, I've been working with them since 2017. And what I do with them, we do our own pop-ups. So basically what I do is Save the Panduhs, but I'm doing this for Johnny Cupcakes. And we pop up. We do different stuff with them. I work with them at Designer Con. I got into travel with Johnny to different places because he does like a lot of talks.
Oh, okay.
And so
like what kind of talks?
Like what is it called? He's a speaker. Like he's a guest speaker for like a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like motivational stuff? Or
like motivational stuff and all that stuff. So like a bunch of big companies hire him and he'll go and he'll just motivate a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's super.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's very inspiring because even before that I got to work with him, I used to attend these talks. And now I'm behind the scenes and I'm selling his merch and getting to hear him.
Oh, that's
do his
awesome.
Talks. Yeah.
That's cool.
And so yeah, on top of that, we also do Sticker Wizards, which is my sticker company. It's me and my partner Matt, and that is something that started off just for fun.
And what's that? What's Sticker Wizard?
It's
I think Amber showed me that one time.
It's a sticker printing company.
Okay.
So he gave me the opportunity to be able to offer it to my friends at a really good price. So back then I would just target my vendor friends. We would do events and I would offer it to a lot of people for a really, really good price. And it just started growing and growing and growing. So we're like, let's open up a website. And that took us a while to do. But like about 2 to 3 years into it, we opened up our site during the pandemic. And it just took us to a whole different level. Wow. So now we're offering that to other people. And we don't just do stickers. We do a lot of other different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Didn't you do our concha ice cream sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You did the image and printed.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I printed some stickers with them. Thanks to Amber, we've gotten a lot of opportunities.
I didn't do anything.
Nah, I mean, the mural alone, the Donas mural, that has helped me get so many other murals. Like, whenever I tell people, like, oh, I show them that one, they're like, oh, like, because, not everybody knows what Donas is. But when you show them that mural, it's like they've seen it everywhere. It came out. Didn't it come out in the news and like on Me Too?
Really?
All these things, yeah.
Channel 22.
Yeah, so it's like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So actually, because I also do like I wholesale to different shops, and Amber was the first one that reached out to me before they had opened up Horchateria. They reached out to me, and because I had one shop that I used to sell my stuff to like a long time ago, and then she reached out, and because of that, now I wholesale to a bunch of other shops. Now we're like in 10 different stores.
Dang, dude.
I didn't know this.
That's cool.
Yeah. But she's the one that just got that idea in my head. I was like, okay, so it's possible to do this, and other stores started reaching out.
Right.
We started reaching out to other stores as well, and now it's just like, yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
Give a round of applause for Amber.
I don't just work the camera.
I know, right?
I'm kidding.
And we got to throw like our first little show, because we used to do a lot of shows before in my airbrush shop and the gallery, but I hadn't hosted my own show in a very long time, so we got to host a show at Horchateria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, in their event space.
Yeah. We're actually gonna be one of the first ones that did it, and then the pandemic happened.
Oh.
So we held it off for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
He was gonna like open, like, okay, this is our event space, and we had everything ready, and then the freaking pandemic.
Yeah.
You also did a pop-up with Johnny Cupcakes at Donuts, remember?
Yeah.
That went really well. Yep. You did the donut drop, right?
That went really good. Yep.
Anything in the future that you're going to do another pop-up over there at HRL?
I'm always open to that, definitely.
There we go.
We need to restock some merch too.
Yeah, we gotta get your merch back in there.
Exactly.
I'm not in charge of merch anymore, so that's what happened.
That's why.
Before we came into the studio, we were talking a little bit about the Cheech.
Yeah.
And Riverside. Are you able to talk about that?
Yeah. So, I actually know some friends that are in there. I'm part of the studio called the Eastside Art House. It's a studio in Riverside, started by my friend Juan. And I joined that about a year ago. And there's a lot of talented artists there from Riverside, from Moreno Valley. It's mostly all local artists. And one of our studio mates from there, her name is Rosie Cortez. She got invited to be in the Cheech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're having an art show this weekend, actually, on Saturday.
Yeah. Why everything's happening when we have stuff to do?
It's a closing show this Saturday, and it's really cool too because
well, it's 6 to 9, so I'm sorry. It's 6 to 9, so maybe we can. Where's this at?
In Riverside.
Okay.
At our studio. Yeah. So yeah, they also filmed like a little documentary while we were working on this, and they're gonna show it at the closing.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's about an hour and a half, I think.
That's awesome.
Damn.
What do you think? I mean, I don't mean to dampen the mood or anything, right? But we want to know, like, I mean, everything seems amazing, right? But do you ever have days where you're just like not tired of it, but I don't know how to say it. Like, are you ever discouraged? Do you ever feel like maybe you have a bad show or anything like that? Like,
oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. But it's the failures that that you learn from. I feel like every show that I've done, it's always a hit or miss. Now I get to kind of see what show is going to be worth it for us. Before, I used to say yes to every show. I would get invited and I would say yes to every show.
Was that because you were you're barely starting that you would accept the opportunities because you weren't out there yet, or you just were the yes man every time?
No, I just like to challenge myself and see how much I can do.
Okay.
But then I overworked myself, and it got to the point where I didn't want to do any of this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I took a break from Save the Pandas. When I started Johnny Cupcakes, I took a break because it's just like we're celebrating 14 years of Save the Pandas this year.
Oh, wow.
And
awesome.
I love it. It's the biggest blessing. I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. But when you do something for so long, you know, you fall out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
You lose inspiration. Like there's so many different, trials. But so yeah, I didn't want to do it anymore. It's because we were doing way too many shows. Way too many shows. We went during the pandemic and we were just at home. We're just doing online sales. Everything was going great. We didn't have to worry about doing events.
Yeah.
And so then, the pandemic started getting better and we started doing shows, and I was saying yes to like every show possible just because things were starting to change now.
Yeah.
And it was just so much work. And I'm like, I'm going to take a break. I took like almost 6 months off because I didn't have any inspiration. I didn't want to work, so it's just like I took a break and then I came back stronger.
How important was that break to you?
Oh, it's super important. Yeah. My mental health, my physical health, like all that stuff, it's the most important thing. Because back then I was doing way too many shows that it's like we would only have like a few days off during the week. We were booked every single weekend. It was just too much. It was really overwhelming. So I was just burned out. So once I came back from that, now it's like, okay, now I know what shows I'm going to say yes to. I'm not going to do an event every weekend. Sometimes we're double booked.
Oh.
Yeah. And,
You would have, meaning double booked, you would have one pop up, like you and somebody else would work at separate locations on the same weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my wife that helps me. I have my niece Haley that helps me. I have other friends that help me. And then I have my friend Renee that helps me do like the packaging and all these other things. So there's a lot of people that help make this successful. And, but they can't work all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times it's just me and my wife working the events, and then we have to bring our daughter with us. So that's where it gets hard.
Yeah, in a couple of years you can just put her on the counter, right? She can start.
But I mean, she likes it, Like
that's cool.
She's an artist too.
Okay.
She has her own stickers that she sells, and
there we go. Starting her young, man. That's cool.
Yeah, so she loves it. It's not anything that I ever pushed for her to do. It's just something that she loves. She's a little artist and she's really good at it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's just, they come, she gets to learn, and it's just beautiful because whenever she's there and people come out and support, I'm like, oh, she did it, and she'll come out and she'll thank them and all that stuff. Yeah.
That must be fulfilling. I mean, at 10 years old, right? You said 10 years old. She's 10?
No, she's 9.
I'm sorry, 9 years old.
Yeah, but she did her...
I have a 10-year-old. I think that's why I jumped to... No, I have an 11-year-old. Why do I keep on saying he's 10?
I don't know.
Okay. 9 years old doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. You must be proud.
I remember when she was really little.
Yeah.
Used to bring her into the office. And
yeah.
We used to give her paper to draw so she could stay there. And that's awesome.
Yeah, Amber's always been really good with her.
Yeah. There you go. I'm just cool with everybody.
Yeah.
So that inspiration, that break, right? I mean, that when you came back stronger, you had newer ideas, newer designs.
Just new ideas, new designs, new opportunities. Like now that I'm part of the studio, there has been so many different opportunities with that. They are in charge of so many of the murals that are in Riverside.
Oh,
so I was telling you how in Melrose there's this whole community of murals and stuff. When I first came to Riverside, there was nothing. There was like probably 5 murals, and it's murals that have been there for 10, 20 years. And little by little, I started seeing more murals pop up, more graffiti stuff and everything, and like big murals from big artists. And now that the East Side Art House is there, they have it in a location. It's off of Park Avenue. It's like in it's like in the East Side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like really a safe area and stuff like that. But they have been beautifying it so much, and it has gotten so much great feedback, so much great attention. They've been cleaning up so many things. So like now they start off like 1 or 2 murals. Now there's like 10, 15 murals in the east side of Riverside, and they're just involved in a lot of other stuff as well. So I haven't personally done my own mural. Like I don't have my own wall yet, but I've assisted in many of them.
Oh, wow.
And that's a cool thing, with the studio, we all help each other out. And so, yeah, that's been great. And there's just a lot of other opportunities. I mean, there's a lot of mural proposals that were supposed to happen that fell through for one reason or another. But the opportunities are always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Cheech thing that you're working on, do you have any other projects that you're working on at the moment?
So for the Cheech, I'm gonna be doing an airbrushing gig there.
Okay.
They hired me to do like some employee appreciation stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be there in December, and I'm gonna get to airbrush for them, which is cool because now that I got my foot in the door, then many other opportunities are gonna come from that. Because a couple of my studio mates have worked a lot with the Cheech. Rosie, her work is in there. She has also taught classes there. We have a bunch of other friends that have light painted in front of the Cheech.
So they do more than. So she like actually does like she teaches in there, and
Yeah,
really
the Cheech is offering a lot of different things, and
Okay.
so we have an art.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we have an art walk on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month, and now that the Cheech is there, they're getting involved in everything.
Really?
Yeah, so they actually go to the Cheech for free on art walk. Yeah,
And that's when?
Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month.
First
I think
Thursdays
it's
of
like
every
from
month.
6 to 9, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have classes, they do different things, they have light painting. So yeah, it's just the Cheech being in Riverside is just helping it grow even more. Riverside has been growing a lot.
Yeah.
Like since I first moved there, I moved there in 2015. It has grown a lot. There's a lot of new shops, a lot of cool restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants that are coming from LA because there's just
Really?
yeah. Riverside is growing a lot, and I honestly like it more than LA.
How's how's like the rent space? Rent.
I mean, it's more affordable than LA, definitely. But now, I mean, everything's going up.
Amber likes her Long Beach and in downtown LA. So
Are you hinting?
I'm asking questions here.
I mean, all my family is still in LA. We go out there once a week to visit, but it's just a different vibe. It's more chill out in Riverside. It's not as crazy as it is in LA.
Yeah. I've been over there a handful of times.
Yeah.
Visiting the venue MTL a handful of times. I love that venue.
Yeah.
Really cozy and nice. And then the last time her and I went out there, we went out to the Cheech, and I thought it was just the fucking coolest thing ever.
Dude,
and every opportunity I have, I tell people, you guys go.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful. When it first opened, and I left so inspired.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, we used to go to the library before it was the Cheech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it used to be a library, and now they turn it into that. So just seeing how much it transformed, it's beautiful.
Yeah, downtown Riverside is pretty cool too. The nightlife out there is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants. There's a lot of, we love going to the Mission. I'm going to be vending at the Festival of Lights in December, and that's really fun. We're actually going to be in front of the Cheech.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Festival of Lights is like one of the biggest Christmas events in California.
Maybe we could pull up pictures. Maybe we could pull up pictures because I've heard of it, but I've never.
Oh, okay.
I've never gone.
Yeah.
What date is it?
Yeah, I believe it starts like right after Thanksgiving. It used to go until January, but now they're ending it like after Christmas.
A lot of like Christmassy type of events always do that. They always run from like right after Thanksgiving all the way up until like the 3rd or 4th of January.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they light up the Mission. There's a bunch of lights, and there's they do like a fireworks show when it opens. There's a lot of like pop-ups. So there's going to be like a lot of different artists that are going to be vending there. But they also have like hot cocoa and tamales, like all that good stuff.
Hopefully Northgate doesn't have tamale pop-up because those things are terrible.
I've never had them.
The day before
Don't have them, please.
The day before yesterday at night, we had a long day, and we're like, what do we eat? And he's like, I want tamales. And I'm like, tamales from where? I don't know. So we were by a Northgate, and we got them, and he says it's the nastiest thing.
Oh, man.
They're the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Let's just say that, to say the least. This thing's fucking awesome, dude. And you're going to be out there, you said after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'll be there in December. I don't know what dates I'm gonna get approved for yet because you choose a bunch of different dates and it's up to them to approve you.
How many vendors do they have?
So before,
What's the footprint? I'm sorry. Like, how large is it? Is it just like?
So it's not just the Mission, because I mean the block where the Mission at is pretty big already, but it extends to like 3-4 blocks. But it gets
huge.
Packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be now, but before the pandemic, it would be packed. Like every time I would have my family go out there or any friends, I'd be like, all right, we're not gonna go during the weekend because we're not gonna be able to walk. So we would go because it's Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So we would go on Thursday, or we would go early because it gets crazy.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And how many vendors you said are out there?
Well, before they only had like 10.
Oh, okay.
Now they're changing it all up because before we were nowhere near the Cheech, and now it's gonna be in front of the Cheech and in front of other locations.
Oh yeah,
well.
you have to.
Yeah.
You have to include.
Yeah. So I
the
think
Cheech in
maybe
the
there's gonna
footprint.
be 20, 30 vendors this time. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang, so it's a party out there, huh?
Yeah, and it's like an artisans collective, so it's just gonna be a bunch of different artists that do it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but they also have food, like, but that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How many food vendors do they have?
there's a lot.
Yeah?
There's like 10 or 20. Yeah, yeah, and it's good.
Why are you laughing over there?
Because you're all asking them specs and everything.
I love this is what I do. I love events. I love going to events. I'm trying to picture it in my head, okay? I want to picture it in my head before I get out there. We can't leave anything up to surprise.
Yeah.
I can't.
If you go, you gotta try their hot cocoa.
Yeah. See?
It's the best.
This is why I ask questions, okay?
No,
They have
they're gonna be
tamales
like,
too.
Who's there? What's going? What do I wear? What's the temperature? That's the story of my life.
Gotta be prepared. Virgo, baby.
I know.
Right? No, that's cool, man. Besides that, do you have what other dates, projects do you have coming up?
So this weekend on Saturday, we have the closing of the art show.
Okay.
But I'm also gonna be at another event, so I'm double booked this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be that one's gonna be fun. So it's called the Graveyard Sale. It's thrown by my friends October Village. They do a bunch of different Halloween shows throughout the year. And the cool one about this one is that it's gonna be like for Christmas, so everything's gonna be discounted.
Oh.
So a lot of every vendor that's gonna be there, everything's gonna be discounted. So it's either like discontinued items or just stuff that you want to put on sale. But on top of that, it's also like a yard sale type of event.
Okay.
So we have so many Halloween things. So that's gonna be a good place to get rid of some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Are you Halloween lovers out there? Where's this at again?
That one's in Redlands, and it's called Little Shop of Ink. So it's at a tattoo shop. And they're also going to be doing like Halloween tattoos that day on special.
It's this weekend?
Yeah.
Jeez.
On what day?
Saturday.
Gee, God. Why?
It's from 1 to 6, I believe.
Can they move all that to Sunday? Can you just ask? Can we put in a request for that?
We have an event too that day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What event?
We're having a Chef Marcela. She's
for the book, right?
Yeah, the book signing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's on Saturday.
Yeah. There's a lot of things happening this weekend.
It's good. It's good. We're entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
We're hustling
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, these months are just nuts. Like October, November, December, it's like it's crazy. Like I always warn my family, like, you guys aren't gonna see me. Yeah.
Is this what happens? Because I felt like I was pretty busy in October. This was odd for me.
October was crazy. And I mean, on top of that, I mean, like we have like my anniversary, and then we had my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of things going on
Back to back.
Yeah, but October is always the busiest for us. I mean, that's the season.
It's spooky season, right?
Yeah.
Rick, thanks for coming out and doing this, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead and sell yourself. Plug it in. Well, you don't have to sell yourself, dude. You're already there. But go ahead and tell us where we can find you and give us some dates.
So follow us on Save the Pandas, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook if you want, but I don't really go on there.
Facebook, MySpace.
And this weekend, you can find us at October Village Graveyard Sale in the city of Redlands. And then in December, you can find us at the Festival of Lights. But yeah, if you follow us on Instagram, you're going to be able to see. We're always sharing where we're at. Follow Sticker Wizards if you need any stickers. You know what? I'll probably do like a little promo code. And
Okay.
if there's anybody here that wants to order some stickers, we'll hook them up.
Cool.
Sweet. So let us know what that promo code is, and I'll put it down in the show description.
For sure. And then I'll also be at Designer Con next weekend. I'll be there with Johnny Cupcakes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Yeah. Thanks for everything.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. That was
Thank you.
awesome.
And then you can follow the Mind Buzz at Mind Buzz Media on YouTube. You guys are watching, and I know it. Just hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, show love.
Comment.
It's really important.
It's free,
Yeah.
right? It's free.
Share it.
Share it with your mom, your bald-headed granny. Share it with your daddy, your stepdaddy, your kids, your stepkids. No, but thank you. I love you all.
The Mind Buzz.
Bye-bye. Peace and love. You like that one, huh?
You already did that one. Thanks for listening to the Mind Buzz podcast. Subscribe to the Mind Buzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mind Buzz on Instagram at the Mind Buzz. See you on the next one.